Hey guys, Miss Marcus here, and as you can see, we're back with some Master League Southampton to be precise. And of course, in today's episode, we have two matches from the Barclays Premier League. Of course, after the end of last episode, where we actually got knocked out of the FA Cup, we only have the Champions League and the Premier League left, and we're 6 points behind Arsenal in the Premier League, which could always be, well, it can be made up, but it's always going to be difficult to do something with that with the computer having such a goddamn lead over me. But in today's episode, we actually have one more match for you. Of course, we have 3 matches as usual, and that would be against Barcelona in the Champions League in the last 16 rounds. So, of course, in this game against West Brom, I decided to rest some players. Didn't rest too many players, but I did rest some players. So the likes of Gnabry and Mane actually started this match. Don't have a big enough squad to sort of cope with 3 competitions. Well, I have a big enough squad, just not a good enough quality in terms of the squad. So that's quite interesting. But of course, West Brom kicked off as the home side. Oh my god, the game against Barcelona is just so good. Just can't wait to show it to you. But anyway, it's literally about a minute from now. But in the 10th minutes of the match here, as we see James Ward-Prowse get on the ball, runs past a couple of players, gets a shot away. It's an absolutely great shot, and it's just flings into the back of the net. He's going to be so goddamn vital when it comes to winning this Champions League if I end up getting anywhere near passing through Barcelona. I mean, I want to get through them because, you know, Barcelona are crap. But, not crap, but you know what I mean. But in the 39th minute of the match, I don't know how I don't score there with Serge Gnabry. Just ridiculous. Hits off the post after, like, literally an open goal to aim at. But from that resulting thing, comes out and just gets headed in from a James Ward-Prowse corner kick. Jay Rodriguez heads it in like he is just the best player in the world. He's just so goddamn good. But comes up to the half-time result of 2-0 to us, which is pretty good. So it allowed me to rest some players in the said second half. So it's quite good because, you know, that's what you want. So I think I actually do end up resting some players. I don't think I actually show you who I rest, but I do rest some players. But as you see there, 11 shots, 5 on target, just dominating it, like, completely. So we come up here to the 82nd minute of the match here. Jay Rodriguez testing the goalkeeper with a pretty decent strike, and that was really about it as we go up to the last minutes of the match. I don't know why I kept James Ward-Prowse on. I think it's just because he's got ridiculous stamina, like ridiculous. But I don't remember why I kept him on, but I don't think I actually did make any substitutions, because I don't think I actually had substitutions to make. I had some players I could have changed out, but I decided to just keep them all on, That's what it looks like anyway. But as we see there, final score was 2-0, which is pretty decent against West Brom side who have the likes of Brown Ideye up front, who's for whatever reason is always an absolute, just destroys me sometimes. But anyway, as you see there, Graziano Pella got man of the match, which is pretty decent for Graziano Pella. But as we see there, I mean, this is the first time I show you any of this stuff. Usually, I usually cut out some of the transitions between screens. But I decided to just keep this all in because why the hell not? But as you see there, Arsenal must have lost their game against whoever they were playing, because we ended up winning them. Now we're only 3 points behind them, and Man City are 1 point behind, 1 point behind me, and then Liverpool are like 7 points behind me because they must have lost their game as well, because we were 4 points ahead of them at the end of the last episode. But as you see here, Barclays Premier League, UEFA Champions League road to Berlin has happened, which is good because it means we're basically it assures me of what I mean, in that we're going into the Champions League, which is a pretty decent thing because, of course, everyone likes the Champions League. But this is a big thing here. As you see, James Ward-Prowse has been looking really good. A bit more playing time may be all he needs to make that breakthrough. So essentially, James Ward-Prowse could potentially go from rated like 74 or something to being rated like 85, depending on how good he plays in the upcoming matches, which is always a good thing because you never know how that's going to happen. But as we see here, Barcelona are visiting St. Mary's in the last 16, first leg of the Champions League, which is going to be ridiculous because, you know, Barcelona. But anyway, can we beat them? Well, you'll find out soon enough, but god damn it, look at those faces. I think every single one of Barcelona's players' faces are real. Well, like hardly any of mine are. So yeah, for some reason Belhanda was the captain. I'm not really sure why I had Belhanda as captain, but I think it's because, you know, he has the experience considering he's on loan from Real Madrid and, you know, things like that. But as you see there, Klein, no real face. He will have a real face soon, but not at the current moment. James Ward-Prowse, no real face. Ridiculous. But everyone else, and well, Gardos doesn't have a real face either. But again, so many goddamn hard opportunities. Basically, I'm going to have to take my chances, and I did a lot of course, as you do when you face off against the teams which are better than you. You do your mark settings, you do your good defending, you do all that sort of stuff, and it should happen. But again, I'm not usually used to facing Barcelona. So as you see there, of course, Joe Campbell started this match, Jovetic as well, Jay Rodriguez, Jovetic playing up front instead of Graziano Pella. who played in the last game. And of course, Barcelona, Ter Stegen, Vermaelen, Piqué, Alves, Alba, Iniesta, Rakitic, Felipe Melo, who they seem to have bought, Neymar, Messi, and Suarez as the front three. Oh my god. Anyway, what a game. We're gonna have to. Well, we of course get to kick it off as well, which is a good thing because you always want to kick off against these big opposition. And this game, I have to tell you, was probably the hardest game of my season, and well, season so far anyway. As you see in the 5th minute of the match, Schneiderlin on the ball. Probably should have just taken a shot, but for every reason decided to take a little, took maybe a little bit too far. Eventually got the ball back, decided to just run for a bit, got a shot away, and unfortunately for me, it went just wide of the far post. But 15 minutes later, however, gets the ball here with Dani Alves. Dani Alves crosses it into Lionel Messi, who, well, fortunately for me, doesn't go for anything, doesn't even try and go for the ball, and Fraser Forster casually picks it up. But literally from that moment, Belhanda makes a run behind the defence. I give the ball to him with Joe Campbell. He takes the first touch, and look at that, for a strike from Yunus Belhanda, and he just pings it into the back of the net like the animal that he is, and we take a 1-0 lead. So 1-0 lead after 20 odd minutes, and Barcelona passing the ball but trying to do their best, and we just decided to get the ball here for Alderweireld and ping it away for a 1-0 lead at half time. So the half time result was 1-0, not too bad, doing pretty well against Barcelona, who are, for me, are quite one of those hard sides which take quite a beating. But as you see there, I mean, we had 5 shots to 0 on target, and they've had 1 shot, 0 on target. It's come up to the 60th minute of the match here, as Joe Campbell on the ball plays it to Stevan Jovetic. Jovetic gets a strike when Jovetic pops into the bottom corner to make it 2-0 to us with 60 odd minutes on the clock anyway. And it's just like, oh my god, we're actually going to beat Barcelona here, because, you know, as you see here, 90 odd minutes, 91 minutes here, Gardos goes flying in for a crazy tackle on Messi, I think. Neymar on the ball here, runs past a couple of players, waits, gives the ball to Lionel Messi. Messi gives it, eventually it comes all the way to Suarez, but Suarez pings it just wide of Fraser Forster's post. And the whistle, final whistle goes, and it's 2-0. 2-0 was the final score against Barcelona. My god, we just destroyed one of the best teams in Europe. But as you see there, they had 66% of possession. They had 6 shots 2 on target in the second half. We had 6 shots 4 on target in the total game. And Gardos got man of the match with 7.0 rating, which is crazy. Now you see there, Atletico Madrid drew with Chelsea. AC Milan beat Galatasaray. PSG with Man United. Ajax got beat by Bayern Munich. I mean, the sort of results you expected to see. I mean, it's sort of stuff like that, which is just crazy. But into this final match of this episode, and it is against Stoke City. And as you know, I am prone to my lapse in concentration after a Champions League match. And of course, I decided to keep James Ward-Prowse in the team because of the fact that he's in that crazy red form. As you see there, it's pulsating, like he's going to become like a Super Saiyan or something. And my god, that's a dreadful thing to say. But him and Klein, of course, I kept in their team because they're both on that thing of maybe they could potentially become a breakthrough star, which I sort of want to happen sooner than later, rather than have to wait like a couple more games after to find out if they end up breaking through or not. So, of course, game against Stoke City, we rest some players. We played a relatively weak team, well, the weakest team we could possibly play. Of course, with the next leg against Barcelona as the next match, which will be the first match in the next episode. Don't want to miss that, I'll tell you that right now. Of course, likes of Ryan Bertrand started, Nathaniel Klein and James Ward-Prowse were really my only 2 main starters. I did have Badstuber playing at the back with Wanyama, but apart from that, as we all know, Badstuber is prone to his red cards because that's what Holger Badstuber is all about. And of course, we as a home team decided to kick off this match. So against Stoke City was not the best match for me to play in, to be honest. Down here in the 9th minute of the match, Arnautovic actually gets the ball down his left hand side, gives it to, well, basically Fraser Forster steals it off him. I was surprised they didn't just go straight for the kick from that, but it came out basically to Arnautovic, and it's not a good save from, it's actually Gazzaniga in goal, which is pretty good because it allows him to portray if he's any good at all, really. But Belhanda was another player who started, Jovetic as well. You see in the 36th minute of the match, Jovetic runs past a couple of players, gets a good shot away. Joe Campbell also started, which is quite weird because you think I would have rested him, but at half time it was 0-0, which isn't too bad because they're only maybe 3 points behind Arsenal. We probably have a better goal difference than them as well, so winning a game like this could potentially mean quite a lot in terms of winning the title. But again, we just beat Barcelona, so maybe go for the Champions League. Seems like it. So in the 68th minute of the match here, Mima Juve gets played for on goal. It's a really good saving tackle from Ryan Bertrand, but my god, they put me under so much pressure here in the 73rd minute of the match. Bojan Krkic chips Gazzaniga from the edge of the box and makes a 1-0 lead for Stoke, and I was a bit pissed off, but I was like, well, to be fair, they are Stoke and they probably deserve it. But literally about 5 minutes later, Badstuber takes out Bojan, and he gets a straight red card, well, second yellow card, and it's a red card, and it was actually Iglenic who got fouled, whoever the hell that is. And literally from that resulting free kick, which came to nothing, they get the ball down his right hand side, cross it into Arnautovic, who heads it over Klein, and makes it 2-0 to Stoke. So I was really pissed off, but I was like, well, fair enough, I don't really care. But about 8 minutes later, Belhanda gets an opportunity, Belhanda pops it back in the net, and I was like, okay, comeback? Maybe. So literally from kickoff, didn't really do much, really poor defending, and Odomingi gets played for a goal. Gazzaniga comes flying out, and he chips Gazzaniga to make it 3-1, and that was the final score in the match against Stoke City. So Champions League hangover is real, but we beat Barcelona 2-0, so who the hell cares? So, of course, I'll show you the table at the end of this match, but as you see there, they actually dominated me. 8 shots, 7 on target, probably deserved to win, and Marko Arnautovic was man of the match. As we see here, 2 other teams lost. Man City actually got beat by Arsenal. Arsenal go 6 points clear of us, we're still 1 point clear of Man City. Booyah. So if you have enjoyed this video, subscribe to my channel for more, and catch you later.